Every child learns behaviors. They can learn appropriate behaviors as well as inappropriate behaviors. Punishment for a child who breaks the rules is very important. Whether or not they receive special needs services or not, the punishment should be the same for all children regardless. Punishment does not need to be harsh. It needs to be appropriate to the child's development and needs as well. It's important to modify and control their behavior as they grow and mature. It's important to give positive guidance to children. It's important to respond with logical consequences. This techniques allows children to have some freedom, but also to learn the unintentional consequences of their choices. An example of this is when a child is spending the morning trying to pick out a pair of pants that might be too big for them and trying to pull up those pants all morning long. Also, think of choices that offer the children. That is a great way. For example, letting them pick out a vegetable they want to eat for dinner, or letting them do chores before watching TV. It's important to focus on the things that are important and let go of the things that aren't so important. Also, a great example is for letting a child pick out their clothes for the day. Even though it might not match, it's important to let them know it's okay that they're wearing that. The following unacceptable behaviors that should not be tolerated. 1. Stealing any school property or stealing personal belongings from other students. That should not be tolerated. 2. Hitting other children. That is totally unacceptable and not appropriate by any means. 3. Calling other students names or bullying them. Not appropriate again. 4. Starting fights with other students. This could be either verbally or hitting other students. 5. Mocking other students, whether they be typical students or students with special needs. This is especially shouldn't be tolerated by anybody. It's important when teachers and staff members see inappropriate behavior that they call the student on it and they pull the student aside and talk to them and tell them what their actions will be if their behavior continues to follow through with these actions again, and what's going to happen in the present time for the actions that they have done. The following are some unacceptable behaviors that should not be tolerated by any teacher or any staff member at the child's school. They should always let their students know what appropriate behavior is in the classroom and outside on the playground as well, and how if they break these rules, there will be consequences and actions for these. Unacceptable behavior. A teacher should not let their students' behavior be known. When a child says something is bugging them, there are 5 things they can do to stop this from happening and what they can do to control themselves. 1, you can ask the child to say, "Please stop doing that. I feel mad when you blank. I don't like it when. That makes me feel angry. I'm upset because." Or I can walk away, take 10 deep breaths, talk to somebody about it, write about it, and talk about it when I feel calm. These are all great skills a child can have when they are feeling frustrated or aggravated with other students instead of lashing out on their anger on something else. It's important that we remind them of these skills and teach them these social skills as well to be better children in society. Control your behavior. 1, do not expect your children to control their behavior when you don't control your own behavior. 2, create your own special time and area and let your children know when to use it. 3, you can't leave the scene or count to 10 or take deep breaths. When you make a mistake, apologize to your children. That makes them feel confident that they are being reassured about themselves and that you feel good about yourself in the end. Focus on the solution. 1, identify the problem. 2, brainstorm many solutions as possible. 3, pick one that works for everyone, all children, all adults. 4, try a solution for a week. 5, and in the week, evaluate and start over if it didn't work. Routines with children. Helping children create routine charts to encourage self-discipline is a great way to create routine with all children in the classroom. 2, brainstorming tasks that they can do that needs to be done while they're in school. So if they have extra time when work is done, reading or helping others, doing homework, etc. 3, taking pictures of the children doing each task. And 4, create a routine chart of what happens next in the routine. And 5, do not take away their feelings of feeling capable and being rewarded. Those are important things that children need to establish.